Hi everyone, Colleen here. I just wanted to share this little Easter gift box with you. I found one on Pinterest. I can't remember who made it, but it was a little Ferrero Rocher box, but I thought, oh, I'd really love to do it for Easter, so I changed the sizes a little bit so I could have it as a nice little Easter basket. As you see, it just unties and the egg comes out, but oh, egg wasn't meant to come out, but anyway, don't shake them. Anyway, so here it is, and I've used the new stamp of the month, which is this gorgeous little one here with the Easter bunnies on it. I've just used Happy Easter off it today in the little basket, but I've got cards that I've made with the little Easter bunny on it. It looks really cute. I've also used the thin cut out of the Sugar Rush one, so there's the thin cut there. That's for the icing, but I really like the shape of it. It holds the egg in nicely. And then I've also used the thin cut here from our new circle thin cuts, basic circles, and this is a 1.5 inch. And I'm also using today, and it's very hard to see, but it's the page protectors. I've cut one up and cut it down into the size I need to fit into here, and it's softer than the acetate. It's more flexible, and that's what I wanted today. And we're also using the paper, which is called Some Kind of Wonderful, and I really like this one, so we're using that one today. And that's about it. Oh, and the cardstock we're using is Pacifica. I thought I'd make a nice little blue one. And yes, I do have an extra egg. I don't actually like these, so that's a good sign. It means I won't eat them, which makes everybody happy, especially me. Right, now the first bit we're going to be working on is the wraparound piece, which is this section here, and we're going to lay it in. Now this piece measures 2 inches by 8¼ inches long, and we're going to score that at 5/8 of an inch. So we'll go backwards first, take out our cutting blade and put in our scoring one, and then we'll turn it, and then we're going to move it along to 3 1/8. And then our next one is 5 1/8. That gives us a 2-inch square in the middle, and then we're going to move it along to 7 5/8, and that's the one just after the 1/2 inch mark. And there we go. So that's our scoring for that. Now for our box, we need to score it at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So we'll do that bit first, then we'll do our 2 middle measurements. This is just a bit easier doing it this way. And then for our middle measurements, we're going to do it at 2.5 and at 3 inches, and that gives us our little centre square. That's all the scoring done. Now we're going to finish and fold all our score lines, and then before we do anything else, we're going to use our cutters and cut the centre out of our box and our wraparound. So that is going to go fit together like that, and we're going to cut this one into here, and then these end ones here will fold backwards, and then these ones will just fold up, and then onto this one about there. You want to have it up because right there is where the box is going to sit on that score line, so you just want to come up almost to the top and go from there. So I'll just bring up the big shot. My happy little dapper, and we are going to lay on our first one's going to, oh, I need to turn the light on. Very dark, I didn't realise. Hopefully that'll make it a bit better. So you can see, there we are. So we'll put that one there. Put that, oh gosh. Let's swap the sides so we can see what we're doing. That's better. So put that one into the middle there. And we'll lay this one on next to it. Put that in about there. Cover it over with our board. And run it through the big shop. That off, move the big shot out of the way, and I'll trip over that after, like I always do. So we'll just see how that gives you that nice icing shape for the donuts, but we don't need that one today. And our 1.5 inch circle. Now what we're going to do now is we'll pop that aside and we'll finish off this piece here. So we've got our 2 little pieces of paper. We're going to stick those on to the top. So we'll do that now. Put them on. And then take our corner rounder. Corners off. Don't need that anymore. So there's our corners rounded. We'll turn it over and we're going to take our piece of plastic and our glue dots. Now I'm using the micro glue dots, not the mini ones, but the smaller ones. I don't know if you can see, they're quite a little size, and we only need to use 4 of them. There we go. And we're just going to place that. Now this bit here is cut at 1 7/8 by 1 7/8 of an inch, and that's just going to fit over there like that, and that just gives you a little window in there, and that is almost completed. So that's how it'll look in a minute. Put that aside. Now we'll bring our box back in. Now we're just going to take it. We're going to cut and wedge all the tiny little squares. So this won't take very long. This should just help it fold flat. Now on one of them, on the last one I made, I actually cut off 2 of the flaps, but I was debating on that, whether I want to or not. I suppose I should, so we'll just take these 2 little flaps off the end. I'll lay it down flat so you can see what I've done. There you go. So that is the shape it'll need to be. Just like that. Right, now we'll add some adhesive to it. So if we leave it this side up, and then we'll get our glue, which is, I had it before, there it is. And we're just going to add glue to these little pieces. And along these sides. And along here. So essentially we've just covered the whole bottom half with glue. And we've left this section clear, so this is just all glue. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn this into a box. come up. So fold that, fold that onto there. Like so. Just spin it round, tuck the sides in, and then bring that over. I've made this look easy, have I? Bring that side over, and there's your little box. Yep. Oh, I'll do that again in a hurry. So that's our little box, and that's just going to go directly in the middle here, like so. And that'll just come up, and then that folds over the top with our egg in the middle. So we'll just add some adhesive to the bottom. Fold our sides up round it. Right, I'm going to add some glue here. Just stick that up on both sides. Fold those up. Let that sit for a minute. Right, so that's done, and then we're going to take our strip, we're going to add adhesive right along the whole length of it. And we're going to start at the back, and we're going to wrap this around the box, pinching as we go. This would make a nice little gift for one of your co-workers for Easter. Someone you feel needs a little bit of a hug. There we are. So that's that bit done. Put our egg in. I'm not doing very well. That'll sit in, and that will just squeeze up. But before we do that, we will work out where we want to put our this is 2 inches wide, so I'll put one here and one here. So I'll punch the 2 holes in. And then I shall lay that onto there. And just draw 2 little circles on the inside. That's the easiest way than trying to punch through all that paper. And that's ready. Now before we do anything else, we're going to make a little tag. Now I've already marked it, but my little tag measures 1 1/4 by 2 1/4 inches. And what I'm going to do now, I've marked it in at 3/8 and 5/8 of an inch on the top, and on the side 1/4 inch down, and then I'm just going to cut across those points to give me a nice little tag. And then I've got already mounted on my block, I've got the Happy Easter and the little basket, and I'm going to be using Pacifica ink because that's the colour of the box. I'm just going to ink that up. No, I didn't give you yet. Hopefully it'll cover it. And just stamp that on. There we are. No, didn't cover it, but I'll live with it. And we'll take our 1/8 of an inch hole punch. I'm just going to put a hole about there. Then we'll take our ribbon. I'm going to thread that. We'll thread it through here first. Before I close it up, I'll drop in the Easter egg. And before I finish it off, I'll get out the shim hand markers and I'll just quickly colour in that Easter egg, the little basket. I find if you use the normal ink, don't colour, just dot, and you'll end up with a better look. I always open the wrong end. Colour, use a little blue. Basket. There we go. That's a little Easter egg done. Oh dear, just knocked everything everywhere. Then we come now to tying this on. So we're just going to thread that through the hole. Now tying knots is not my forte. I can tell you that now. So that. And we're going to do a little loop the loop. Pair of scissors and just trim those edges off, and there we have it, a nice little Easter gift to put on the table for someone at Easter time, or even to give someone and pop it on their desk at work. I mean, that would make somebody very happy. Maybe not me because I don't like the eggs, but a lot of people do like the cream eggs. So until next time, keep on creating and bye for now.